your Personal Power Boost with Dr. Verna, a global force for transformation, unlocking human potential one leader at a time. Are you looking for a boost to help you reclaim your personal power? Then this is your weekly source, where we dive into conversations about navigating your professional and life journey. So, take a deep breath, open up your heart, and get ready to ignite your leadership and fuel your spirit. Let's go. Welcome back to your Personal Power Boost with Dr. Verna. I am Dr. Verna Cornelia Price. For those of you who are brand new, welcome. I'm so glad you joined me. Please listen in and tell your friends and family to do the same, and hope that you will find this podcast helpful in every way, at work, at home, in your organizations, in your community, in every way. So for those of you who are my regulars, great to have you back. Thank you so much for joining me. And do remember to send me a note sometimes, because sometimes I think, are they out there? Are they listening? Send me a note. Send me a little tickler. Go on my socials. I'm on all the social stuff, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook. Find me, send me a note, and then also share this work with your family and your friends. Continue to share it for me too. My goal is the millions. I'm looking after the millions, getting this podcast to millions of people around the world. And also, for those of you who are brand new, a lot of my work is really based on my first book, which is called The Power of People, 4 Kinds of People Who Can Change Your Life. This is the little purple book. I call it the little purple book that did. In other words, it's just impacted so many people around the world. And you just encourage you to go to my website, drvernaprice.com, and get your copy. All right. I have many, many other books as well. But for sure, start with this one. All right. So in this conversation I'm going to have with you, it's going to liberate you. Just so you know, you are going to be liberated. You're not ever going to be the same. And your life is going to quickly change, because you're going to make some tweaks at work. You're going to make some tweaks in your friendships. You're going to make some tweaks at home that is going to shift how your life works in general. Okay. It sounds big, isn't it? It is big. It's huge. As a matter of fact, it's one of my personal operating premises for my life. And so I'm going to share it with you today. But before we do that, let's do our personal power affirmation. My power is my ability to think a new positive thought, see a new positive vision, speak new positive words, write new positive goals, and do something new and positive with my life, my family, my community, and my world by taking a new positive action step. Okay. Be sure to take that action step. And every week I want you to take an action step. It's not enough just to listen to a podcast. It's not enough. You've got to put it into your life, literally. And one of the things that sets my work apart is that this is real life stuff. Like the thing that you can right now, you can put this into your work life and things are going to change. You can put it into your family and things are going to change. Why? Because my goal is to empower you to become your most excellent self by giving you strategies and information and knowledge that's going to help you do that. And of course, also to inspire and motivate you too. I mean, that you have to have that in order to move forward. So many, many years ago, I did not come up with this, but I heard this. Actually, I heard this from one of my pastors many, many years ago. And he simply said, you should go where you're celebrated and not where you're tolerated. And it was as if it flew off of the platform. And there's probably about 3,000 people in this church. And it flew, and I don't even know if he knew he said it, but it flew off the platform and it landed right here. And I thought, what did he say? And then I heard it again. I said it to myself, go where you're celebrated and not where you're tolerated. Wow. It shifted everything. It's like, it totally shifted my life. And if you can, I don't know if you've ever played with a Rubik's Cube before, but it's where you're shifting. And then all of a sudden it was as if all of the colors came together. All the whites were together, the yellows were the greens, blue, everything came into context, because I realized at that minute that, oh my goodness, Have I been trying to be around, stay connected to people who are simply tolerating me? And or have I understood to connect with, stay with, work with, live with people who celebrate me? And it shifted everything. And from that moment, I put that into my life, that I will go where I'm celebrated and not where I'm tolerated. So let's talk a little bit about, what does it mean when someone tolerates you? What does it mean when someone tolerates you? And you probably know this already, because in your soul, your spirit, just by me saying that, I can tell that at work, you remember when someone was just tolerating you. How did you know that? One, they never recognize your gifts and your talents and your abilities, right? They second guessed everything about you on a consistent basis. You were simply being tolerated. Two, they never and when I say never, like rarely, if ever, did they compliment you on your gifts, talents, and abilities. Three, rarely, if ever, did they find a space for you at the table. Isn't it amazing when someone finds a space for you at the table? Have you ever walked into a room, into a meeting, and almost all the chairs were filled, and there was like maybe one or two, and no one looked up to you to say, hey, come on over here and sit over here? It's like the little kids on the baseball or the soccer field or the basketball choosing who they want on their team. And here you are, and no one is looking at you to choose you on their team. In other words, they're simply tolerating you. You're at the office, you are in a meeting, you just said something amazing. And literally, it's as if your words just fell on the ground and just flopped. And there was like no one in that room who said, oh my goodness, Dr. Verna, what you said was just amazing. And they just simply recognized you. If people are not seeing you, they are simply tolerating you. Now, have I myself been someone who has done this to other people? Am I someone who's done this? Yes. We've all tolerated people. We have. We are all guilty of it. And what I want to say to you, in your teams, in your families, is I want you to learn how to celebrate others, because I want you to be celebrated, because I want you to go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated. Now, for some of you, you may say, now, Dr. Verna, I'm going to have to quit my job, because you know what? No one's talking to me. No one's sharing with me. No one's complimenting me. And the truth of the matter is that it may not be the right place for you. Now, I'm not telling you to quit your job. Okay. So do not send me a text message or an email saying, Dr. Verna, you told me to quit my job. No, I did not. I'm saying, do your own assessment. Are you being tolerated there? Does anyone recognize your voice? Does anyone even know that you're present? Does anyone compliment you? Does anyone finding a space at the table for you? Then more than likely you're being tolerated. But isn't life better when you can be celebrated? You know, one of the things I love about my first book, The Power of People, 4 Kinds of People Can Change Your Life, is that there's 2 particular powerful types of powerful people, adders and multipliers. Adders and multipliers, they know how to celebrate people. And when I say celebrate, I'm not saying you have to be someone's best friend. You don't have to be someone's best friend to celebrate them. You don't even have to know them or work really closely with them. It can be something as simple as you walk in a room and someone says, hey, it's good to see you. Go ahead and have a seat. You're in a meeting and someone says, you know what, Dr. Verna, you haven't said anything lately. You know what? Why don't you share with us what you're thinking? That's celebrating. You just did something amazing for the company. And someone says, my goodness, they come to you personally and say, not in front of everyone. They come to you personally and say, hey, Dr. Verna, good job. That was an amazing work you did. Excellent. I love how you came to, those sorts of solutions for us. I really appreciate who you are and what you bring to our team. That's called celebrating. And when you are celebrated, here's what's really going on. Your team members, your family, your friends, they are beginning to see you for who you are. And who are you really? All of us. We are valuable, important, lovable, and powerful people. When someone celebrates you, they see your value. They see how valuable you are to that team. Now, if you're a manager or you are someone responsible for a huge team, I am seriously putting some money in your bank today. Because when you begin to treat your team members like they are valuable, like they matter there, like they belong there, that their voice matters there, everything changes. Let me tell you, that person who was just kind of being okay and kind of producing for you, they will ramp up their production. You will see amazing levels of work out of that and productivity out of that person. Why? Because you just tapped on something. And what did you tap on? You tap on the notion that you are celebrating your teams. Let me tell you, if you're in the situation where you don't know what to do, should you stay at your job? Shouldn't you stay at your job? Simply use this construct, this metrics, whatever you want to call it, right? To do your assessment. Ask yourself the question: in this environment, in this workplace, in this marriage, in this relationship, am I being celebrated? Do they see my value? Do they understand how important I am here? Do they authentically care about me here? Do they recognize my power here, my ability to do something and make something better here? Do they? Are they celebrating me, or are they simply tolerating me? Now, I cannot tell you what to do, right? I cannot tell you a decision to make, but I can tell you one thing. When you go where you're celebrated and not where you're tolerated, here's what happens to your life. Everything gets better. Everything gets better. You get better. Your situation gets better. Your life gets better. And you begin to thrive and to progress and to succeed like never before. Why? Because you're being celebrated. Now, of course, I celebrate you, right? I do, because I know who you are. I understand who you are. Otherwise, there's no way I could do this work with you. But now I want you to do that own assessment for yourself and make sure that wherever you go in life, that you are celebrated and not tolerated. And if you find that you're being tolerated, it may be time to make a decision. I can't tell you what it is, but you will know. Go where you're celebrated and not where you're tolerated. All right. We'll see you next time. Don't forget to send me a note. Visit my socials and send me an email or a note or something. All right. For sure. Like the podcast and share it. All right. So let's go ahead and finish up with our affirmation. My power is my ability to think a new positive thought, see a new positive vision, speak new positive words, write new positive goals, and do something new and positive. I'm going to give you something to do. I want you to work on celebrating your teams. Work on celebrating your colleagues in your workplace. And just see what happens. And you don't have to say to them, Dr. Verna said to celebrate you. No, just try it and see what happens. And I can tell you, some great things are going to happen. All right. Take your action step. Do something about your life. Take your action step, and I'll see you next week. Thanks. Bye. If today's episode spoke to you, and you know it's time for a shift in how you lead, how your team connects, or how your culture performs, I want to personally invite you to take the next step. Book a free consultation at drvernaprice.com/workwithme and explore your next keynote, your leadership workshop, or executive coaching. It's time to get your power back, and it is time to get to your next level.